Hey, everybody out there, welcome to another exciting edition of the NBA Legends in the Modern Era Ultimate Season Showdown. As we have the bad boys going on the road to take on the Milwaukee Bucks in a very important game, and we'll cover that here shortly before we start. As you guys can see to the right hand, the bad boys are sitting at 9-3. Team Jordan at 19-4 by way of their loss to Team Larry Bird last night. If you guys didn't miss that one, if you guys did miss that one, you can find it in the NBA Legends playlist. It's there waiting for you guys. Team Larry Bird has clawed its way up to an 18-5 record, now sitting how many? I've lost count how many games they've won in a row. Like Team Bird is so hot right now. Yeah, they've won 12 games in a row. Last night, Larry Bird with a game-winning shot, besting Michael Jordan in a highly contested game. Totally worth the watch. If you missed it, again, go check that out. Absolute barn burner. But yeah, Team Jordan stood at 19-4. They have a 1.5 game deficit between the bad boys. So if the bad boys don't win tonight against Milwaukee, Team Jordan will vault back up to that number one spot because they have the tiebreaker with the bad boys currently. I say currently because check out what's about to happen. The bad boys take on Milwaukee as we know right here, but the very next night they'll be playing Team Jordan, and that will be a tie-breaking situation. That if the bad boys can get that game as well as the game tonight, because you can't look past Giannis. You got to beat Giannis, and then you got to beat Jordan, and then you got to keep winning to keep Jordan off of you. So it's a lot going on here. As you can see, the Eastern Conference is we're in December. It's really gridlocked up there between the number two seed all the way down to the number five seed, and we're gonna find out who everybody else is in the next 2 weeks here in the season. Because as I said before, as you play mutual opponents, that's where those tiebreakers come in, and then you start playing Western Conference teams or other teams, and you build your win streaks up while the other teams are. Then you solidify your position. That's the way the NBA has always been perennially in any era. December has always been that month where the top teams separate themselves from the bottom teams. It's nothing's etched in stone, obviously, but as you can see, you build up these monsters. Now, in this situation, we have, like, for instance, look at the Raptors. The Raptors have virtually no chance of capturing the number one seed now at this point. They're out of it. The Celtics, the Knicks, they're done. They're 9 games, 8-5. You're never going to catch them. Now, we're in a situation right now where we have all of these teams in the Eastern Conference up here who are essentially within 1 to 2 games, in Kareem's case, 3 games of each other from catching each other. That's very, very doable in the short term, especially when you start talking about mutual opponents and you're playing each other and getting those tiebreakers in there. So, with that being said, guys, it's a quick rundown of what's going on with the season. And yeah, the Eastern Conference is gridlocked. The Western Conference is much the same. If we take a look here, at this is Team Dream situation right here, but look at the Western Conference. You can see all the way from the 3 seed down to the Warriors, really the Clippers. Yeah, the 3 seed right now is much, much debated right now. Anything can happen there. Showtime and Diesel pretty much have that sewed up, I think. I don't think anybody's going to catch Diesel or Showtime. They're so far behind. They're 4 games or 5 games between the number 3 seed to even get to the number 2 seed, let alone the number 1 seed. So I think it looks like Diesel and Showtime are going to run things over there. But we'll see how things go. But yeah, without any further ado, guys, let's get into it as the bad boys take on Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee in an NBA Cup tournament game. Hope you guys enjoy. I will see you. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be the game like I'm getting ready to end the stream. I'm getting ready to play. Shoot. Anyway, guys, sit back, enjoy, get your favorite drink, get your favorite food, and yeah, let's play some basketball.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you tonight. This one part of the NBA Cup. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. Our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. A look at Chicago. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, the Bucks. They're at the bottom of the conference.
Well, right now for Milwaukee.
Also, too, guys, I want to cover a quick technical thing for this particular game. For this game, the bad boys are going to go Twin Towers when we're going to actually play. We'll show the. Let me get the offensive sets here set up before we go any further, and we will go. I kind of want to keep the. Yeah, in there. Now, what I was saying is we're going to go with the lineups here.
They haven't looked.
Oh, my fault. They're not going to be able to show it to me. Well,
Anything like the team we
it.
thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're going with a big lineup here.
Just as a slow start.
Okay, I should be able to show it now. All right. For those that may have missed it, we're going with a big lineup for this particular game because you're playing Giannis Antetokounmpo. So we got Isiah Thomas in the backcourt, of course. Zion will be playing the 2-guard with Herb Jones playing at the small forward spot. And we're going twin towers for the bulk of the game with Edie and Lopez up front. So now you'll have Zion playing against smaller guards who will most likely be getting double teamed, and you'll have the big men out here who can stretch the floor, who can also play pick and roll with Isiah. The whole point of this is to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo, one, busy, and number two, take advantage of his help defensive tendencies. Also, two, you don't have anybody that can guard Giannis in the starting lineup. We had to take those guys out. We can't put Zion if you can't guard him. Herb's your best option, and at least you got some big dudes at the basket. So, just a little disclaimer there from a tactical standpoint. All right, let's get into the game, guys.
I think this might be the team that they are.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Thomas, Zach Edey out there with Jones. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Williamson in at the 2. And for the Bucks, Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. And it's Anthony in at the point. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Turner. Bucks passing it around. Antetokounmpo against Thomas. And yes, it's good. Antetokounmpo's got the first points up on the board tonight here.
Let him score. Don't get the 3-pointers up.
It's Thomas on the wing. Now here's Williamson. Defended by Trent. Jones, no one around him. Off target from outside. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Here's Kuzma. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Anthony against Thomas. Baseline jumper. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
And the more you see each other, the more contentious it gets. No bad blood between these teams right now, but that can change over the course of the season.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Giannis has got his second basket of the night. Only a small part of the season behind us, RJ, but an exciting time for teams that are exceeding expectations, surprising everyone.
And those teams are going to want to harness that underdog energy. The hardest part isn't getting off to a good start, it's sustaining it.
So it's Chicago now, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Anthony against Thomas. Back to Edey. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Anthony finds Trent. Lets it go with the 3. Edey with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Anthony. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. With a floater. Chicago grabs the miss. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Milwaukee with the ball. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Giannis passes to Turner. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots. That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Thomas. First in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Chicago shooting their initial free throws.
Bad boys, big lineup. Remember, we're playing Twin Towers this game.
80% on the season. One of their best attributes.
2 shots.
Edie and Lopez are available to stretch the floor. And they're good rebounders.
Free throw good.
However, Lopez
Edie.
is the better back-to-the-basket player up to 2. Despite Edie being so big. You would think it'd be Edie, but he's not that good.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Bucks trail by 5. Anthony right side. Kuzma against Edie. And here's Kuzma. No scoring in this one. It's sent back by Edie. Here's Williamson. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Chicago with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Thomas kicks to Williamson. To the middle. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Anthony with it. Now Thomas defending. From deep Trent. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Thomas inside. Anthony on him. Thomas, no luck. And they double up Giannis. No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. Jones for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isiah keeping his teammates involved here.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
On defense, Chicago. Anthony finds Turner. They need this. Anthony can't hit.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And the basket by Thomas.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Williamson. Shot clock at 5. Trent can't hit.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Thomas. Lopez up top. Back to Thomas. Lopez sets a screen for Thomas. The kick out to Lopez. And they'll get another chance. Pass to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim. Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Giannis. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this happens when Kuzma is aggressive. When he's looking to score, he makes the D react.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter comes in for Anthony. Chicago also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Lopez. Hartenstein comes in for Edey. And Vanderbilt subbed in for Jones. Now here's Turner. He has yet to score. Turner with a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Kuzma. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Thomas finds Vanderbilt. Now Thomas. Back to Hartenstein. 5 to shoot. Pass to Williamson. Shoots over Turner. And that one hits back iron.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Antetokounmpo passes to Kuzma. Nurkic with the block.
And that's what Nurkic gives you defensively. Good positioning, and he understands the angle.
And finished off by Williamson.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Now here's Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. From the arc. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Chicago leading by 20. Outside Thomas. From the top of the key, he buries it. Thomas got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Porter. And the Bucks miss again.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Hartenstein with the screen for Thomas. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Thomas. Williamson a screen on Kuzma. Thomas dishes to Williamson. Shoots over Kuzma. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Williamson. So both teams making some changes here. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And it's Whitmore missing. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Chicago. Hartenstein in the high post. It's stolen by Arthur. Over in the corner, Green shoots the three, sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Chicago leading by 19. Thomas kicks to Vanderbilt. Back to Thomas. 1:06 left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock with the drive. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Smith. Milwaukee's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And Isiah Thomas picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Whitmore. Tice sets a screen for Whitmore. Porter in the corner. Stolen by Thomas. And another turnover here by Chicago. A different look for Milwaukee. Smith checked in for Daniel Tice. And Amir Coffey is subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 19. Pass to Porter. It's Whitmore, top of the key. And the layup is good.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
And Chicago shooting it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Here's Thomas. He's coming off a 37-point game against Cleveland. Over Porter. And again, no good by Chicago. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago.
That was an insane defensive quarter by the Bad Boys.
We'll be back with the start of the second
9
quarter
points
on 2K Sports.
Now, the Bucks ain't a good team at all, but man, total shutdown.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Porter is out there with Whitmore. And it's Smith, and it's Green, and it's Coffey in at the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Driving the lane. Plays it up and makes it in. And Chicago leads by 17.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Whitmore, and it's Chicago with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the paint, Dinwiddie finds Vanderbilt. From outside, off the mark. Bucks shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Nice shot by Smith. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Dinwiddie against Porter. Spins. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the night.
Nimble move there by Dinwiddie, challenging his defender to keep up.
Smith outside. Pass to Green. Takes a three. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Porter against Dinwiddie. Here's Larson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic doing everything right on that pick and roll here, and it all starts with a good screen.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Whitmore. Off target from three-point range.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting those tough threes.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Larson. Traps in the tray. Larson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
Now, Dinwiddie. He averages about 5 points a game. Pass to Larson. Shoots it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Larson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Whitmore. Shoots from 14. And the rebound by Nurkic.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Larson. Guarded by Porter. Back to Dinwiddie. Tries the spin move. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. 4 on the clock. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Bucks trail by 19. Pass to Whitmore. And a wide open look for Porter. That 3 off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Green's got 8 points.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Smith. Kyle Kuzma comes in for A.J. Green. Trent's checked in for Amir Coffey. And Anthony subbed in for Porter. Now here's Williamson. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland. Outside Thomas. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Anthony, the pass to Kuzma. And here's Trent outside. The rebound by Richards. Chicago leading by 19. Here's Williamson. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 16.
Oh, what a great game plan from them tonight. That they keep getting it to Zion, and Williamson keeps delivering.
Now here's Anthony. Hasn't made one yet. Thomas down low. Covered by Anthony. Back to Thomas. Pass to Richards. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just playing with poise and confidence. And they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Out to Anthony. Trent outside. And the Bucks miss again. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Thomas passes to Richards. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
So it's the Bucks now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Buries the long-range jumper. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter. Back to you, Kevin.
A scary thought. Okay, Allie, thanks. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. 2 shots. And he makes the first. And you think about the importance, RJ, of awareness and basketball IQ. What about players who don't have that, but are immensely talented?
Well, they still have to grow their IQ, and that can take time because if you make too many mistakes, it will cap your minutes.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
Williamson double team. Hartenstein finds Richards. Thomas outside. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Kuzma. Outside Anthony. Over Williamson. The shot by Anthony, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes for Chicago. Lopez comes in for Nick Richards. And it's Zach Edey in for Hartenstein. Kuzma, right side. And again, the Bucks miss. Chicago leading by 23. Thomas with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Edey. Outside, Jones. The wide open look here for Lopez. Knocks down the 3-ball.
They are
Lopez
just taking them apart.
The game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Turner. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And he recovers it. It's sent back by Edey. They get it back. Here's Giannis. And finally they hit one. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
It's Thomas on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Thomas, no good. And the Bucks, they're shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Kuzma, that's good. And so Thomas will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Williamson. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Now Edey, covered by Giannis. Off target with his 3. The Bucks shooting in the second quarter around 42%.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call. Defensive foul. Isiah Thomas.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the previous play is under review.
Make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Moving it. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Chicago making a switch here. Larson's checked in.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
To the left side wing. Lopez from long range. Good on the three-point shot. Lopez has got 6 points.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Giannis. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
And you look at Lopez. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Thomas with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And there it is for him. 8 points for him.
And that's the baby-faced assassin. Thomas, he'll smile at you, and then he'll cut your legs out from under you.
Outside Anthony lets it go from deep. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. And Anthony with the basket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
Back to Thomas. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Anthony, the pass to Kuzma. His three-pointers off the mark.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Anthony can't hit.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Thomas passes to Larson. Over Trent. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Chicago delivering the blowout. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for Chicago. So, fellas, what other types of lopsided contests does this remind you of?
May 19th is like me versus Kenny in a dunk contest.
Or May 20th, Shaq versus me in a foul shooting contest.
Or either of you versus me in a staying on topic contest.
Oh, good one, Ernie.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for Chicago.
When a team is moving the ball like this, Shaq, they're tough to defend.
Yeah, their mentality is, I've got a good shot, but you've got a better one. It's a coach's dream.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. So for Chicago right now, Edie out there with Herbert Jones. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then there's Thomas, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Trent can't hit. And And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Chicago. Edey with a screen on Anthony. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Anthony, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Chicago leading by 21. Now, here's Thomas. Outside, Jones. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Turner. Here's Edey. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis high post. Working on Jones. Kuzma can't get it to go. Thomas against Anthony. Pass to Edey. Williamson outside. And it's sent back by Turner.
This is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. Excellent at timing that rejection.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Now, here's Thomas. 10 points for him. The kick out to Giannis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Chicago leading by 19 points. Outside Thomas. Pass to Williamson. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Williamson with the screen for Thomas. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
The wide open look here for Anthony. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. And here is Thomas. He's got 12. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Edey's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Bucks trail by 21. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. They grabbed their own miss.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
And the basket is good. And that's 18 points for Zion Williamson.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
Now here's Kuzma. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Inside. It's stolen by Jones. Edey finds Jones. Trent against Thomas. Crafty move. He takes it up and lays it in. Thomas got 14.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Trent. He's got 5. Thomas with the steal. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Turner. They can't stop the run with that one.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
On the basket by Jones.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Nurkic checked in for Chicago. And let's go to a rundown of the best point guards from the free throw line over the course of the last month. Here is your 2K leaderboard. So take a look at Thomas, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, as a defender, you gotta avoid being too active with your hands around these guys. Don't commit any cheap fouls.
Williamson outside. And he finishes nicely on the way. Williamson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Now here's Anthony. 8 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Trent. He's off on that one. Good D by Williamson. It's Thomas on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Nurkic in the post. He's against Turner. It's Thomas on the wing. He's got 14 over Anthony. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Thomas against Anthony. Shakes him. And Thomas, here we go. And it's good on the way in. Thomas got 16.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Edie. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Edie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Edie with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Nurkic. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots. And it gives us a chance here to check out some stats on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just an incredible month of basketball. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Edie with it, guarded by Kuzma. Jones for 3. With the clock winding down, and the dunk by Edie. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Whitmore. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Anthony can't hit. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside. Williamson up top. Thomas against Anthony. Thomas's shot is off, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And, Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
The Bucks making a switch here. Green's checked in. Now, here's Trent. He's got 5. Bangs home the trifecta. Anthony's got 11 points.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, guys. The NBA understands its future is electronic. Commissioner Adam Silver said the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Back to you guys.
It is a beautiful thing. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Shots good by Green.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Jones. Back to Thomas. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 18 points for him.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Anthony down low. He's guarded by Thomas. Anthony can't hit. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Chicago. The baseline J. A minute 50 left in the third. Going inside and stolen by Whitmore. To the inside, Turner. Bucket is good. Turner's got his first bucket of the night.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Williamson. And Jones has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Thomas. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. Thomas got 21 in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Here's Anthony. There's Green with the three. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Edey with a screen on Anthony. Pass to Edey. The shot. The rebound by Turner. The Bucks shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Outside, Jones jacks up a three. The rebound by the Bucks. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Trent passes to Green. Out to Anthony. Fires the three. That shot off. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
We can't do it on our own. You got to play together. You got to share together. All right? It's simple basketball.
Always preaching teamwork. Doc Rivers laying it down for his team moments ago in their huddle.
Yeah, I think he sees where certain individuals are kind of taking it upon themselves, and that's not helping right now.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A.J. Green out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Porter. Then there is Whitmore. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Whitmore. Porter passes to Giannis. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Six to shoot. The shot from the low post is good.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Pass to Hartenstein. Out left to the wing. Dinwiddie for three. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Bucks shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Hits the three-point bomb.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Richards with it, defended by Tice. Dinwiddie passes to Richards. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, and he overshot that one, missing.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Larson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists now tonight. Antetokounmpo against Hartenstein. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Porter. He's looking for Giannis and finds it.
And maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Here's Larson. Vanderbilt with the screen. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Hartenstein. It's all about Antetokounmpo. To the paint. And it's Chicago with the rebound. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Dinwiddie passes to Larson. Here's Hartenstein. Antetokounmpo defending. And here is Vanderbilt. Dinwiddie outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Tice. In the corner, it's Whitmore. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Chicago. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Dinwiddie. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Now here's Porter. Spencer Dinwiddie missing his last shot. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Larson. And a miss there on the triple. Vanderbilt against Green. Here's Tice. And it's denied. Chicago calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Turner's checked in for Daniel Tice. Kyle Kuzma comes in for A.J. Green. Trent's checked in for Whitmore. And Anthony subbed in for Porter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Third personal foul.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll be playing against Zach LaVine. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Chet Holmgren and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, and for the game with the
Better
Mavericks,
get the starters out of there.
it's going to be one
Game's
where
over. We're going to need some rest. Remember, they're playing Team Jordan on a back-to-back, so
for things to go
get
wrong.
those starters out of
They
there.
just have that much of an advantage.
They're done for
over
the
that
night.
team.
Which current player do you think is on that Richard Jefferson path to becoming an NBA analyst?
First of all, to hear you, Kevin Harlan, say that blows my mind. But I think Draymond Green, C.J. McCollum, there's some very, very good players out there that are way more experienced in the media coming out than I was.
That one is no good. Chicago has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Brown with the screen on Anthony. To the wing on the left. And the wide open J from Edey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there.
Lets a floater go. It's sent back by Edey. Shoots over Kuzma. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Pass to Edey. Jones from outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Chicago?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes.
Get Nurkic out
Let
there.
the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent.
I mean, Edey,
on
yes,
that part
sir.
of the floor.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Edey. Giannis dishes to Turner. The short one's on the money.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Now here's Brown. Outside, Jones. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a revolt.
Chicago has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Dinwiddie against Anthony. Dinwiddie outside. Over Anthony. Misses off the left iron.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost. There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Pass to Brown. Now, Nurkic. Back to Brown. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Anthony. Back to Giannis. Hook shot. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Giannis has got 6 in the quarter.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Outside, Jones. Makes it off the glass.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Kuzma. And you hear about the second apron, bringing both financial and basketball-related penalties. Richard, you think that shrinks the window for contending teams?
It's going to force some very, very tough decisions. We've already seen teams making adjustments to put themselves in a better financial position. Those penalties, they're aggressive. I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Nurkic. Brown outside. Here's Jones. Milwaukee with the rebound. Kuzma left side. Giannis outside. Shoots it out to Anthony. From downtown, buries it from three-point range.
Everybody's watching Giannis when he's near the bucket. Perfect time for the kick out.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Now Dinwiddie in the corner. Vanderbilt with it. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Brown. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this group. Such an overall great performance it was for Isiah Thomas.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now here's Giannis. The shot by Turner, no good.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Anthony. Here's Dinwiddie on the money with the open jumper.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket.
And really, the playmaking skills that Giannis possesses are special. He's so difficult to guard and screen and rolls because of him.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Brown outside. The three. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trent with it. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Isiah Thomas.
Man, that was I don't even know what to say about this one. This was an unbelievable defensive performance. They just shut these guys down. They just basically, we can't, like I said at the beginning of the video, bad boys are going to come in with a big lineup to try to neutralize Giannis at the basket. They did a pretty good job of it, but, and they pretty much owned the rebounds. I mean, the rebounds not even close. Look at that, the rebounding, 6 apiece on the offensive rebounding, but, man, 55 defensive to 37. It wasn't even close. They just got murdered. Isiah Thomas controlled the game beautifully. Giannis with a great, spectacular, it wasn't spectacular because he didn't really have much impact, but the numbers look great. I mean, 21 points, 14 boards, 8 assists. He had 5 steals, picking off those rim runs because he was guarding some of the bigs, picking off some of those rim run passes. But Isiah with 23 and 18 tonight on 18 shots taken. 6 turnovers because, it happens. But 18 assists, though. Zion, the number 2 scorer. Now, actually, Isaiah's number 1 scorer now, of all things. Kind of got his points in a little late there, but as the tone was being set by these guys. Zach Edey with a good game tonight, double-double for him. 13 and 13, goes 2 for 3 from downtown. Lopez comes in, hits 2 threes. Hartenstein got on the boards tonight with 11 boards, 6 points. Just a good all-around defensive stop. Defensive game. He had 3 blocks tonight by Edey, 2 blocks by Lopez. Let's go ahead and take a look at Miles Turner. Had a good game defensively. He had 4 blocks. But just couldn't get it going offensively because the bad boys come in here and run rough shot. Let's take a look here at Isaiah's highlights. Finding his man. Tell you, Zion playing, kind of gave me the impetus to do this. I saw that Zion has been utilized by New Orleans in the real world. They're utilizing him at the point guard, so it got me thinking, why not go ahead and just experiment, especially in this kind of a game where it fits. Experiment with putting Zion at the 2-guard position, and then move Herb off the bench because he's going to need him to guard Giannis. And it really changed this game defensively, I think, because if we played the normal lineup, I think Giannis would have got off a lot more. But by putting in the 2 bigs in there and then putting Giannis out there at the 1 position, it puts a lot of size out there at the basket. So you can really, deter, if you want to use that word to describe defending Giannis, deter Giannis at the basket as best as you can. Plus, it also gives the advantage of putting Williamson out there on smaller 2 guards who have no chance in a physical battle with him. Like, physically, just going to muscle everybody at the 2-guard spot. So, big ups to the team bad boy as they move on and get the much needed win as they get ready for a hot matchup with Team Jordan coming in just the next night. And it will be on the road in Jordan's house. A rematch, actually, of the classic that they had just basically almost a month ago. Yeah, pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. It's been a month ago since they played. It was an absolute classic with him and Jordan. Let's take a look here at the standings. The bad boys now at 20 and 3 at the heels, man. They on Chamberlain's ass. Look at that. They are on Chamberlain's ass, y'all. They are right there. They are a half game away. If they can beat Team Jordan, that'll give them the best. Now, they have not played the Trotters yet. Let's take a look at when they play. They won't see Wilt until... Wow, the bad boys haven't played. They won't see Wilt until after All-Star break. At least it's showing here. There they go. They won't play Wilt until March 10th. And then they'll play him again on the 29th, and I think that'll be it for the season. The 2 meetings. Yeah, so they won't. Yeah, this again, guys. That's why I say, guys, December is always huge because of these situations. They won't even be able to play them. See, the Globetrotters have to keep winning their games. They can't even affect the bad boys. You see, because they're beating mutual opponents and moving up while you're moving down. So. But I will say this, though. If the Trotters and the bad boys maintain this, those late season games are going to be huge because you're going to be talking about possibly swinging the 1 and 2 position in the Eastern Conference. But, yeah, that's the situation out there with them. They've won their last 2 games after that 7-game winning streak got snapped against Miami a couple of nights prior. So you look at here. I mean, that was a shocker. I thought they were going to win that game, and they come out and dropped it. They were kicking butt up until that point. They actually beat Team Dr. J over here. Their last loss was against Team Jordan, like against 4 weeks ago. And they've just been kicking everybody's butt until they faced Miami, lost that game, and now, bam, 2 games in a row. But now they get ready for this with Team Jordan coming up. So let's go ahead and see who's up next on the ballot. I think that's the last game for the day, or is it? I'm not sure. I think I got one more to go here. I'm not sure. I think was this the last game for today? I think so, guys. I think it is. Let's take a look here at the Daily View. That's the best, because I don't like to push the button. I don't want to skip games. Best to go slow, guys. If you don't know, go slow. That's my rule for life. In all things. In all things. In all things. If you don't know, go slow. Been saying that since I was a kid. So, yeah. If you don't know, go slow. Yep, that's the last game for today, guys. So we're moving on to tomorrow. And the first game will be, it'll be Team Dream taking on the Lakers in LA. That will be a good one. Olajuwon coming off that magnificent performance against Chamberlain. That'll be a good one. And then followed by that one will be Isiah and Michael doing battle yet again. Probably the best two defensive teams in the league, team defense wise, I would say, because the Bad Boys just showed you what they were made of just now. But they're gonna have their hands cut out trying to defend Jordan, because even like Team Larry Bird stopped it, but man, they had a hard time with it. And after that, it will be Team Dr. J going on the road to play the Raptors. But before all that, it's going to be the Dream. So let's go ahead and get those guys marked up. And they'll be taking on the Lakers. Yep. Dream and the Lakers, then Bad Boys and Jordan, and then the Jays and the Raptors. And this should be a beauty. DeAndre Ayton versus Akeem should be an interesting matchup. Now these two teams played before, but it was a class. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they had. They played just a week prior, and this was the final score really doesn't represent how close. Look how close the game was throughout. Look at the first 3 quarters, guys. The fourth quarter was when Team Dream really broke out, but the game was pretty much a battle in their first meeting. But Team Dream just shut them down defensively, and then just pulled away in the fourth quarter. It was a really good game. LeBron James with 29 points in that game. Doncic struggled big time, man. He went 4 for 25, 1 for 15. That's just ridiculous. Like, man, come on. I'm noticing a trend here. It's hard to have 2 superstars playing well at the same time, I'm noticing. Like in this series, like 2 superstars on 2 modern era teams. Either one is playing well, or the other one's not playing well, or they're playing basic. You never have them playing great at the same time, most of the case. Except with the other night against Team Dr. J, where Luka and LeBron both played great. An absolute classic that came down to the wire on a game-winning shot by Dr. J. If you missed that one, go check that out. And yeah, guys, that's what's coming up next. It will be Akeem the Dream Olajuwon from 1994 leading his boys, Team Dream, into the house. I don't know who. I guess you can say Magic built, but then you can kind of say Kareem and Jerry West built. The Staples Center I'm speaking of. You can't say because Kobe and them. Can't say Kobe built it because Kobe came in '97. It was already on. It was in the process of being built when Kobe came into the league. So you can't say that Kobe built it or Shaq. So I'll just go ahead and just say it's the house that probably Wilt, Jerry West, Magic Johnson, Kareem, and James Worthy cumulatively as a team built. Show respect. Let's throw some George Mikan in there too. Some George Mikan in there. The house that all those guys helped build. And Pat Riley. Shout out to Pat Riley getting the statue this week, too. But yeah, guys, Team Dream go on the road, take on the Lakers. Should be good one. I'll see you for that one coming up a little later. Thanks for watching. Peace.